This week on the Special of the Week, Toyota presents KC and the Sunshine Band. KC has gotten people back up on their feet, dancing.
I can dance to KC really easy.
And no one finds dancing easier than KC himself.
My mother always stressed that I should dance, and, that every time we went somewhere, dance for the people, dance for the people.
KC and the Sunshine Band. This week on the Robert W. Morgan Special of the Week, brought to you by Toyota.
Can you name the 1978 Import Car of the Year? Motor Trend magazine has the all-new Toyota Celica. What makes this Toyota a winner? According to Motor Trend, when distinctive styling is incorporated with good sound mechanical features, improved gas mileage, precise handling, excellent quality control, comfortable passenger accommodations, and plenty of luggage space, the package is complete. You asked for the Import Car of the Year. You got it, the new Toyota Celica.
This week on the Special of the Week, Toyota presents KC and the Sunshine Band. And the way KC likes it best is on stage boogieing.
I like to go crazy on the stage. Just feel it and it happens. We've come to spread love and sunshine, and we want everybody to enjoy it. Be there.
KC and the Sunshine Band. This week on the Robert W. Morgan Special of the Week, brought to you by Toyota.
Can you name the 1978 Import Car of the Year? Motor Trend magazine has the all-new Toyota Celica. What makes this Toyota a winner? According to Motor Trend, when distinctive styling is incorporated with good sound mechanical features, improved gas mileage, precise handling, excellent quality control, comfortable passenger accommodations, and plenty of luggage space, the package is complete. You asked for the Import Car of the Year. You got it, the new Toyota Celica.
I'm Robert W. Morgan. This week on the Special of the Week, KC and the Sunshine Band. It's the story of a sun-kissed city, Miami, and two of its sons, Harry Wayne Casey and Rick Finch, whose only real goal is to make people happy. Follow them as they go from tuning cars to tuning instruments, from sweeping up the warehouse floor at TK Records in Miami to sweeping up the music charts around the world. KC and the Sunshine Band, keeping it coming. This week on the Special of the Week. And now, Toyota hopes you enjoy the Special of the Week. It happens every 10 years. No, it's not the return of a heavenly body like Halley's Comet, although bodies, and lots of them, are involved. It's the dance craze, from the Charleston in the 20s to the twist in the early 60s. Each decade, Americans get off their seats and on their feet. But in the late 60s, people started to listen, really listen to music, and dancing wasn't hip anymore. But dancing is never really out of step. This time around, in the 70s, it began in Paris and quickly spread to America as dancers got back their footing. I'm Robert W. Morgan. This week on the Special of the Week, disco, a throbbing, pulsating, driving beat that makes sitting still next to impossible. There are probably as many disco artists as there are dancers, but few do it better than the group led by a man whose sole desire is to make people happy. They're the Boogeymen from Miami, KC and the Sunshine Band.
I'm your boogeyman, that's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon, or at midnight. It's never too soon to wanna please you, to wanna keep you, to wanna do it all for you. I wanna be your rubber ball. I wanna be the one you love most of all. Oh yeah. I'm the boogeyman, I'm the boogeyman. Turn me on. I'm the boogeyman, I'm the boogeyman. I do what you want. I'm the boogeyman, I'm the boogeyman. Turn me on. I'm the boogeyman, I'm the boogeyman. I do what you want.
The funky Florida sound of KC and the Sunshine Band is the stepchild of Harry Wayne Casey, known as KC, and Rick Finch. Surprisingly, Rick and KC don't consider their music disco.
We would tag disco and stuff like that, but we didn't mean for them to be disco records, so-called disco records. Well, for instance,
we meant them to be party and for people. Yes, we meant them for people to enjoy them in a discotheque.
Right.
But also they're meant to enjoy everywhere. You know, they're just not discotheque records, because we've had plenty of disco records that just don't sell very many. But that's not what we really went out after. We didn't really, we didn't go out after anything. We just started making records the way we felt records should be made and the way we wanted them. Happy and, the way we feel it, naturally.
KC shies away from the disco label because it's too confining. He wants his career to have the same freedom of movement as the people who dance to his music.
I'm part of the music business, and I always feel like music is music. And they have a million labels for every kind of music. People want to put down disco music, like it's monotonous, like there's nothing to it, Maybe some of it is, but most of it isn't. I respect it, because it has had a lot to do with our career, as well as the radio stations have. But I've always wanted to be a soul artist, see, so I don't want people to say I'm just a disco artist and I'm not a soul artist, or I'm not a pop artist, just because I'm one or the other.
If a soul artist is someone whose music grabs you by your emotions, then that's exactly what KC is. He wants his records to make people forget their troubles and get happy. To find out how happy they get, I visited a disco in KC's hometown, Miami, and asked some dancers why KC and the Sunshine Band makes them feel like dancing.
Well, it's like I can dance to KC really easy because he's got a constant beat that's driving. Well, I'm a dancer to begin with, and when it comes to dancing, I can simply get on the dance floor, start boogieing, and it's a constant. It just comes on, boom, 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 boom. So you go for it. So your body's moving.
First of all, I don't see how anyone could sit down when KC is playing something like that in the background. They really make good music, and it's enjoyable to dance off of. I like discos a lot because they play various types of music, and when you feel it, you can get out on the floor and get involved. And when KC is doing it, you can get involved.
Well, as a disco disc jockey, I've used KC as to build up a real crescendo in the middle part of the evening, and at the close of an evening, you can just send that crowd out of there just ecstatic by playing a whole string of KC hits, and that just gets them off every time.
I like KC because I think it really gets the crowd moving. It really gets them in a good beat. It really makes you want to get down and get out there on the floor. Whenever KC's and the Sunshine Band comes on, I see all the people move out to the dance floor and go for it. Just get down. It really moves you, and I really like them. I think KC is one of the best bands in town. All right, get down.
KC's become a big name in today's world. Boogieing down, be able to do any beat you want to. No hard problem. Be able to get up there on the dance floor and just do the moves you feel come so easy. And that's what disco is. Be able to get down, be able to do the things you want to do, and be able to just move and move and move.
And no one likes doing it more than KC. Back when he was a kid and his friends were having trouble deciding what they wanted to be when they grew up, KC already knew exactly what he would be, an entertainer.
Always wrote it down. When you go through school, you have to go through all those cards. Told this a million times. You have to sign a little card and put down what you want to be in occupation. I always put entertainer. I didn't, not knowing what it meant.
Make a little
Breeze Over Miami, the story of the birth of the Miami Sound. That's next on the Special of the Week. I'm Robert W. Morgan.
Once upon a time, there were two Toyota SR5 long-bed sport trucks. An industrious young man owned one. He worked all summer, hauling up to 1,100 pounds of payload in the 7-foot bed of his truck. He knew he could depend on Toyota quality to do the job, so he could rest all winter. He was smart. The other Toyota truck was bought by a young man who loved to have a good time. He had fun driving the standard 5-speed and listening to the AM/FM radio as he hauled his surfboard to the beach, motorcycle to the mountains, girlfriend to the movies.
Comfy.
He too was smart. He knew when winter came, he could load everything onto the Toyota truck and drive it to where it was summer. The model? No matter what you use a Toyota SR5 long-bed sport truck for, work or play, you're smart.
You asked for it, you got it, Toyota.
I'm Robert W. Morgan with KC and the Sunshine Band on the Special of the Week. Miami Beach, an island in the sun. Once it was nothing more than a jungle wilderness, a swamp. Then the Florida land boom exploded and real estate developers transformed Miami Beach into a veritable Gold Coast, lined with hundreds of high-rise hotels. But no matter how many bungalows and bathers crowded the beach, the myth and magic of Miami lingered on.
Moon over Miami, shine on my love and me, so we can stroll beside the road of the rolling sea.
Today's Miami is a metropolis. Many tourists like the resort so much they moved there, while countless Cubans liked freedom so much they fled there. All these new Floridians needed music, of course, and a gentleman named Henry Stone was only too happy to oblige.
Well, Henry Stone is the ancient record man. Starting way back in 1945, I guess, is when I started peddling and promoting records, mostly R&B records. In those days, they were called race records. Then I moved here to Florida and did the same thing pretty much. Because I always had a little studio in my back pocket, or my, whatever you want to call it, my back room. Where in the early days, I recorded Ray Charles, James Brown, and a few other heavy R&B acts, and still continuing my distribution.
Henry Stone's Tone Distributors was an independent, marketing records released by major labels. But when the majors began distributing their own records, Henry's back room became more and more important to him. But Henry needed help, so he brought in a former medical student who'd already nursed a couple of his own hits up the music charts, Steve Alamo.
Every day I have to cry some. Every day I have to cry some. Dry the water from my eyes some. Every day I have to cry.
I dabbled in music while I was going to college, and I came down to Miami. That's where I met Henry Stone. One night in a bar, we were sitting having a drink, and he said, "You want to be a doctor or a singer?" And I said, "Well, I think I want to be a singer." He said, "Okay, we'll try it." And then when I decided that it was going to be a little bit too difficult for me to achieve stardom or whatever it was, either that or I wasn't about to give up what you have to give up to be a star, decided I'd slip into doing what he was doing. And maybe we could do it together and be a little stronger. And that's how we ended up being a so-called team in the production business.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, young Harry Wayne Casey would come home every day from school, dust off his record collection, and play his stereo. He'd listen to anything, the Animals, the Supremes, even Herman's Hermits. Anything, as long as it was a hit.
Yeah, the hits mainly. I never was into much getting an album and playing it and listening into the whole thing, you know. It was just the hits that I was always interested in. That's all I ever bought was the 45s. And I just got heavily into Motown.
was at least one other soul fanatic in Miami besides KC, Rick Finch.
I mean, there were a lot of hits, pop and soul, but I was basically interested in the soul hits, you know. I used to drive people crazy with soul music, you know, because I used to like to listen to it.
While KC was always positive about his direction, Rick wasn't. Since he could do so many things so well, from tuning cars to tuning instruments, Rick had trouble making up his mind.
In the beginning, I was really interested in electronics, and I was interested in sounds that make the speaker move, and as you know, bass makes the speaker move. So I had to play the bass. It took a while, you know, to decide, you know, this is what you want to do, you know, because there's a lot of things I like to do, you know. Making records is one of them. I used to like to listen to them and always wanted to know what went into the process of putting one together. So I knew I wanted to be involved with a combination of both, you know, either musically or electronically, or, you know, it takes both to put the record together.
There was only one place in Miami where Rick could do all the things he liked to do and get paid for doing them. He got a job working for Henry Stone and Steve Alemo at TK Records.
He was an electronic whiz kid, but he also was a car freak. And I remember a time when Rick was deciding whether he wanted to be a bass player, or a producer, or an engineer, or a car mechanic, or a race car driver. He had a lot of different things that he could go into.
When Rick came to TK, he was like, he could do a whole lot of different things there, and you know, they kept him doing things like that, all kinds of maintenance and stuff, keeping everything, you know, electronic.
Yeah, I'd be working.
Anything that
I'd be working from the studio, and then the next thing I'd know, I'd be tuning up Henry Stone's car, his Lincoln or something.
Yeah.
I'll do.
Although KC knew where he was going, he didn't know how to get there. But since the music business revolves around records, he got a job at a record store to be closer to where the action is. That's where KC discovered that some of his favorite records were being produced just a couple of miles away.
They weren't big hits, but they were big enough for me to remember them. But I always thought that, like, since they were on Austin distributed through Atlantic, that they must have come from, you know, from New York. So I never knew it was sitting right over in Hialeah somewhere, what was all happening. And just the association with Steve Alemo's name, and I remembered him on Where the Action Is and Every Day After Cry and all of his other records. It just all said, this must be the place I want to be, you know? And so that's where I made it my goal to head. Even if I gave up everything, I didn't care.
KC, Rick Finch, and Steve Alemo had yet to meet, but together they'd soon transform that little recording studio in Henry Stone's back pocket into a pocket full of miracles.
Will you give me all your
KC graduates from mopping up the warehouse floor to sweeping up the music charts. Next on the Special of the Week. I'm Robert W. Morgan. I'm Robert W. Morgan on the Special of the Week with KC and the Sunshine Band. When KC went to work for TK Records, he started in the warehouse, sweeping floors and shipping records. Soon, TK would be shipping KC's records because when Henry Stone spots talent at the bottom, he likes to help him to the top.
I really recognized the real super talent in Casey and Finch when they really started. This was in the very beginning, you know? And I know when you get people like this, you have to motivate them. And the best way to motivate them is let them do something, you know? Or do something or do more than they can for themselves.
KC's early days at TK gave him his first real glimpse into the show business world he'd always dreamed of. Before long, he was doing everything from booking Timmy Thomas's tours to being personal secretary to TK's first hit artist, Betty Wright.
A clean-up woman is a woman who gets all the lovely girls leave behind. The reason I know so much about her is because she picked up a man of mine.
Then I finally started getting to go in the studio and everything, and I started working on the board and everything, and I guess Rick started helping me out, and that's how how we really started getting together. He would criticize my mixes.
But KC's goal was to be an entertainer whose music made people happy. He wasn't sure what kind of music could do that until the night he and Rick went to a wedding, which for KC turned out to be a musical marriage.
Hey, what's happening, man? I haven't seen you for a while.
Well, I went to a wedding where they had a Junkanoo band, which they play steel drums and cowbells and goatskin drums and all this kind of stuff and whistles.
There's a lot of excitement.
A lot of excitement. Then I related back to that, and I wrote Blow Your Whistle on the way back on the airplane.
Blow Your Whistle was KC and the Sunshine Band's first record, but the song that put KC and TK on the map wasn't even recorded by the Sunshine Band. It was called Rock Your Baby.
We had to find somebody that could do the song for us. We started playing it for people and everybody liked it. So then we started looking on this roster. And we came across George McRae's name and Jimmy Bohorn and a few other people. And just at the same time we were discussing it in the office with Steve Alamo, George walked in, George McRae.
And George was there, and I just pointed. If it would have been somebody else, it might have been somebody else, but he fit the thing.
I asked Steve Alamo, could I, cut this track? And Casey and Rick Finch asked me to cut it, so I said I'd be glad to, because I was actually looking for a hit song myself, I need someone to produce me at the time. So I would have to be the right place at the right time.
To say Rock Your Baby was a big hit is like calling Mount Everest a large hill. It sold over 15 million copies and was #1 in 51 countries. KC was thrilled, but he wouldn't be truly happy until the Sunshine Band was equally popular. Now, that success did come, not in America, but in England.
Mr. Kasner from the record company in England came over to hear the new album, and Henry said, get together the KC and the Sunshine Band LP. And so we put it together, and he listened to the whole thing, and he picked out that one song and said it would be a hit in this country. He was right.
In every nightclub across the nation, she's the life of the party,
So he took it right back over there and it went to number 4. And that called for us to go on tour over there in England. And we went on our first tour as Casey and the Sunshine Band.
It was Casey's first time on stage. But once he got on it, he had no trouble figuring out what to do.
I like to go crazy on the stage. Just feel it and it happens. My mother always stressed that I should dance and, you know, that every time we went somewhere, dance for the people, dance for the people. So that's what I was always into, you know, nothing else.
Nothing bothers Casey more than seeing an audience hold back while he and the band are boogieing on stage. In fact, it disturbs him so much, he wrote a song about it.
It's about the only song that I ever had a reason for writing it, and I wrote that because I felt like people weren't doing what they wanted to do and letting their feelings out. They were like a little afraid and a little bit embarrassed. So I was saying, you know, don't fight the feeling, give yourself a chance. Shake your booty.
Casey gives us the word on his words, his lyrics, next on the Special of the Week. I'm Robert W. Morgan.
Wow, what a line.
Well, no wonder. You know, the reviewers of this film said it had the intensity of Swedish films, the surrealism of Italian cinema, and the smartness of a Toyota Corolla.
Well, the smartness of a Toyota Corolla.
Oh, well, the Toyota Corolla SR5 liftback is a very cerebral car.
This line isn't moving.
Look at the intelligent design that combines the practical aspects of a family vehicle, a functional rear hatch with a fold-down rear seat that splits, plus the flamboyance of a car from the sporty genre.
We'll never get in.
With a macho 5-speed overdrive transmission, wide steel-belted radial tires, and a swinging AM/FM stereo radio.
I haven't moved. Yes, but does it have a message?
Well, sure, that you can get a smart car that fulfills your functional desires and aesthetic needs. In essence, if you can find a better-built small car than Toyota, buy it.
Oh, I just love happy endings. We're moving. We're gonna get in.
You asked for it, you got it, Toyota.
I'm Robert W. Morgan with Casey and the Sunshine Band on the Special of the Week.
Basically, there's not much you can say but shake and booty and get down and you know, what terms are there? What is there in the English language that you can use? You know, there's just only so many words. There's only 7 notes in the musical alphabet. You can only switch them around so many ways.
Girl, to be with you is my favorite thing. Yeah. And I can't wait till I see you again. Yeah, yeah. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. Yeah. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Just boogie with you. Just boogie with you.
Casey returned home from his British tour to find Get Down Tonight and That's the Way I Like It, the first of 4 singles in a row to go all the way to #1. But while millions were dancing to Casey and the Sunshine Band, critics were spoiling the party by putting down the lyrics. Casey's manager, Jim Ramos, thinks they're missing the point.
People do not listen to up-tempo music to romance by. What they want to hear is lyrics that add to the excitement of dancing and getting down with the music, and that's what it does.
Let's go, you know, let's party. Let's go get down. Let's go, you know, let's party. Let's go get down. Let's go, you know, let's party. Let's go get down. Let's go, you know, let's party. Let's go get down. Move your feet, dance the beat. Get with the groove, do it with move.
The Sunshine Band doesn't make records for the critics. They make them for the people. That's because Rick Finch and KC still remember the days when they'd have to scrape together their spare change just to buy the latest hit.
When I put out a single, I try to do more than just put out one A side and some old piece of junk on the B side, you know. I put out something every time that I'm aware that the public is into and would maybe, you know, be happy that song got put on the B side of an A side record.
Because, you know, there are some people out there that they can't afford to buy the album right away. They have to buy the single.
Wrap your arms around me. Come on, wrap your arms around me. Get it on, wrap your arms around me. Come on, wrap your arms around me. Rock me all night long. Oh, don't waste a minute. Don't waste no time. Get right to it. Come on and be mine. Wrap your arms around me. Come on, wrap your arms around me. Get it on, wrap your arms around me. Come on, wrap your arms around me. Rock me all night long.
I'm just saying things what I feel. People call me all day long and tell me what they feel and what they think. And I just try to take that all up into my mind and, you know, express it.
Casey's personal method of market research works better than any computer. And when Casey looks out at the audience from the stage during a Sunshine Band concert, he sees a sea of people of all ages and all races, all having a good time together.
That's what I want to see, you know. And I really don't want to hear that there's been any hassles. The main people that are growing up today, they're tired of this racist stuff that's been going on. You know, I feel it. But I believe the younger kids today, they don't believe in this. They don't want to hear about it anymore, you know. Today is today. We have to live for today and tomorrow, you know. If we keep living in the past, we're never going to go to tomorrow, you know. And we're surely not going to live today very well. Music is music, and it's a way that people express themselves. And I feel that if somebody expresses themselves one way, then that's the way it comes out of them, you know. I never took lessons, so whatever's coming out of me is definitely from my soul and from my heart and from the spirit within me.
I'm your boogie man, that's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon, or at midnight. It's never too soon to wanna please you, to wanna keep you, to wanna do it all for you. I wanna be your rubber ball. I wanna be the one
Sounding the depths of the Miami Sound. That's next on the Special of the Week. I'm Robert W. Morgan. I'm Robert W. Morgan with KC and the Sunshine Band on the Special of the Week. KC is the man you see up front on stage, singing, dancing, playing keyboards, and having a ball. But behind the scenes, the man in charge is KC's partner, Rick Finch. His home is the studio.
We just call it the Sunshine Sound Studio. I had this custom built. The acoustics change from that room into this room, like when you... There's a little bit of resonation there when you hit your hand. And the same thing happens when you play all the instruments together. It also sounds incredibly loud in here. You know, just because it hits the walls and it comes right back. You know, it's not absorbed into it like that, but it's just very lively sound. Well, I don't know how to play piano, but it does brighten up a bit.
Come on.
Putting the Miami sound together is one thing, but putting it into words is something else.
It's hard to say. It's like the Philadelphia sound. What is the Philadelphia sound? It's just you know it when you hear it. Our sound's different down here. I would say the Miami sound, to really define it and really get it down to, is more of a simpler, more basic type sound. It's not all orchestrated up too much.
But George McCrae, whose recording of KC and Rick's Rock Your Baby first made ears perk up and take notice of the Miami sound, says it's the sound of people.
It's a people sound out here in Miami. The Miami sound is a conglomerate of Latin, Caribbean, Bahamian, and rock and R&B music combined. It's a spirit. It's a happiness, which we're down in the tropics, the subtropics in a way. And it's mostly like happy kind of feeling. It's a party kind of atmosphere.
I think Casey's secret is that as he grew up, he kept thinking of all the things that he wished artists would do for him as a fan. And he's remembered these things. And I think that the time had come for good time, happy music. And that Casey probably plays that type of music better than anyone.
Jim Ramos is right. In a time when people are almost embarrassed to say they're happy, KC and the Sunshine Band willingly admit it. Steve Alemo thinks that's KC's strength.
I think that's his strength. And he makes happy music. There's nothing depressing about his music. I think he's great. He's doing something to make people happy. And that's what it's about. That's what music's supposed to be.
Music is supposed to make you happy. And that's exactly what happens when you listen to KC and the Sunshine Band. So as long as the sun shines down on Miami and people dance it up in discos, KC intends to keep it coming.
We've come to spread love and sunshine, and we want everybody to enjoy it, be there.
The special of the week on KC and the Sunshine Band was written and produced by Alan Daniel Goldblatt. Our director was Tom Rounds. Our engineer, Stu Jacobs. The special of the week is produced and distributed by Watermark Incorporated. Executive producer, Tom Rounds. I'm Robert W. Morgan. Thanks for listening. Toyota hopes you'll join us again next week at the same time for my next special of the week.